G'day, welcome back to the channel. I've got a pile of stuff here that's in for review. I want to go through a bit of it with you, let you know, just keep you up to date with what's happening here at RC Model Reviews. What have I got? Let me start. I've got no, that's not important. I've got this, which is it's the Detrum. Detrum, it's a name I haven't heard before. They said, hey, do you want to review some of our stuff? I said, why not? Always keen to look at new products, new brands, new names. This is a Detrum SR86AG autopilot receiver with GPS return to home. So it's a flight controller and a receiver all in one. It'll be interesting. I think this is also got a transmitter from Detrum. It looks like a DX9 clone. So this probably, it may be compatible with Spectrum. I don't know. I'll check it out with one of the jumper transmitters, see if it'll bind to it in Spectrum mode. We don't know, but this looks nice and small, compact. Looks like pretty easy to set up. That'll be an interesting little review. And then here I have a Detrum 23 Lite flight controller with GPS. So this is just a flight controller, no receiver in this one. So it's obviously just a receiverless version of the other one by the look of it. They also included a neck strap and a charger for Europe, which is so handy here in New Zealand where we don't have that particular type of connector. But hey, and then also a 3-in-1 program card. I don't know, maybe that's for the flight controller. There you go. So if you're not really interested in things like iNav and farting around with soldering stuff up and programming all that crap, it might be a much simpler way to get a flight controller in a model, and we'll check it out and see. And also, I did a review some time ago on the Zod flight controller, which I didn't actually publish because I wanted to do some follow-ups. I've got that on the computer. I'll probably put that out as well at the same time, try and get, because I know a lot of people do want flight controllers. They want to be able to have the safety of return to home if the video fails or something, or they just want to be able to do flight controller-y stuff. And although I use iNav with F3 and F4 boards, I know a lot of people don't feel confident in playing around with actual flight controller boards and soldering all those little wires on and things. They just want a shrink wrap out of the box experience. They can plug it in, push a few buttons, and away they go. Which is where the Zod comes in, which is where these what's the name? Where the Detrum equipment comes in. So that could be interesting to look at. I also got these. We've got some Z's design. The Z's. This is a flight controller and 4-in-1 ESC. What does it say? It is the Z's F7 flight controller and the 60 amp 4-in-1, and it's also got an LED system. That'll be kind of good to look at. And here's a frame. This is a 5-inch quad in this box, honestly. A 5-inch quad. I'll be putting that together and I'll be using these parts. We'll have a look and see how that goes. Now, everyone says, oh, too many multi-rotors on RC Model Reviews. Well, yeah, but that's what I've got at the moment. And also the weather, it's winter here. It's really hard to find a day where you can fly fixed wing without getting blown halfway down the field. And multi-rotors do handle the weather so much better than fixed wing. And what's this? Well, this is the Detrum Blitz. This is look, a manual. How often do you get a manual these days? Ooh, that's pretty good. I think the Blitz is the transmitter, which is over on the other bench, so I won't show you that. And I have here something that's been reviewed countless times on YouTube. It is the Foxeer Wildfire 5.8 gigahertz dual receiver. There you go. I've got this. I'll be reviewing it for those who want to see it because there's reviews everywhere. But hey, maybe I can provide a little extra insight as to whether this is any good. But also I have, coming from the UK, an adapter for your DJI goggles, which will enable you to put a Fat Shark type module in the faceplate. Really looks like very cool. Made in the UK, which is kind of unusual because there's not a lot of model products come out of the UK, especially electronic ones. So I'm always keen, very, very keen to look at products that come from countries outside of China, because China is a powerhouse in the hobby. I mean, they make so much stuff, but I still think there are plenty of other small manufacturers around the world who deserve a plug and who make some really good products. So if you're one of those small manufacturers outside of China, then give me a shout. And if you're a small manufacturer in China, like this Detrum, I wish I'd just chosen I see, like Spectrum, but Detrum. I see. Yeah, if you're a small company like that, yeah, hey, the world needs to know about your products. Send me an email or send me the product, and I'll put an address on the screen just here. This is where you send stuff. And interestingly enough, just while I'm thinking of it, my jumper T18 is still on its way from China. It was sent on the 2nd of June, and it's still not here because they sent it TNT. And how can I put this without offending anyone? TNT sucks. It really sucks. They're the worst. Absolutely terrible. It's taken nearly a month and I don't expect to get it in my hands until next month. Meanwhile, I've had packages come via DHL, example, 3 to 5 working days. 3 to 5 working days from China. TNT is a waste of space. It's a terrible company. I wouldn't deal with them. Don't use TNT because also TNT have to deliver to my home address, because they don't deliver to post office boxes. And then if it's being delivered to my home address, it takes sometimes another week because it takes them longer, even DHL, if someone addresses DHL to my home address, it takes an extra week before it gets there. And I have to make sure I stay home to collect the package, or then I have to drive all the way down to the depot and pick it up when I've got to, it's just a nightmare. So yeah, this is the preferred address, and DHL is, or mail, but DHL is the preferred way of sending it. And yes, DHL do deliver to mailboxes in New Zealand because they have an arrangement with our postal service. So if DHL say, oh, we don't deliver to post office boxes, say, yes, you do in New Zealand, because the guy from RCModelReviews said so, and he gets packages every week delivered to his post office box by DHL. So there you go. I don't think I've got a lot else to talk about at the moment. As I say, the weather is crap. That really compromises my ability to do flight videos. So I have had, I've mentioned in a video on XJet that I don't do sponsor spots. And I don't do sponsor spots, I'm not interested. But I did have a company come to me and say, hey, we would like to work with you. And I thought, that's good, because it's a company that makes printed circuit boards. And that's very good. So what I'm thinking of is a project that I can build where we can get this company to make the boards. And I can go through the process, if you like, of showing you how I set up the files to send off to them to get the boards made, and we can put them to the test at the same time. They can send me a few free boards. We'll build them up, and I'll probably give some away. And it enables, I'm not going to shill for them. If they do a crap job, you'll find out, just like I do. But it gives them an opportunity to prove themselves. I'm not going to take any money for it. I'll say, just do these boards for free. That's enough to appear on the channel, and we'll see how it goes. So what I want to hear from you guys is, what sort of project? I mean, I've done stuff in the past. I did my diversity controller, my analog diversity controller as well, which was a really simple one, but works surprisingly well. These days, what do you need? What small electronic project are you dying to have, and you'd love to build yourself, and you'd like someone to design it and have the parts available off the shelf? You could go to this company and buy the PC board directly without having to fart around making it yourself. So what do you think? Come up with an idea. I think diversity controllers are pretty old hat now. Every man and his dog now is making diversity controllers that plug into your goggles, or goggles come with diversity. So we don't need that. Tracking, I think tracking's had its day, to be honest. I don't think video trackers are a thing anymore. But there must be something that we would like to have, that we don't have, that we can design and build on this channel, a project, so to speak. And we can put this manufacturer, this circuit board manufacturer, do the test. There we go. Tell me please, in the comments below, down there, just where my man parts are. That's all you have to do. Just go down there and type away. But be careful, don't bruise. That's it. Thank you for watching. Thanks to my Patreon supporters. You make this all possible. I really appreciate it. And I wish the weather would get better, but it's not. And in a day or so, I'll have some more video up on the Runcam 2 4K, some 4K footage rendered to 4K, and also some footage with the microphone, because I know some people have said, hey, what's the audio like on this new camera? And because the last one was pretty crap on the Runcam 2, but I'll give you some ideas. I'll do a walking vlog with the Runcam 2 4K. You can see how it works. There you go. Thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate it. Bye for now.